Hey guys, looks like we got one part of this project done for the crawfish pond, and we have the levee put in on the back side. Now all we have to do is sit around and wait for water. Well, consider it hasn't rained all summer. I don't think we're going to wait on this water, so I'm going to show y'all, but we've got some ditches in place that we may be able to convey some water over to here. So I'm going to grab the excavator. I got to go make another little dam somewhere across one of the ditches, and we're going to try to pump water over it. So let's see if we can get that taken care of and get some water flowing into this little pond. I know it's really hard to tell on camera, but the dam is about 2 feet tall actually. I'm targeting about 12 to 15 inches of water in the pond, but I put most of it was that clay you saw from the pond, and then I came and scraped a little bit of topsoil. It's got some sticks and other debris in it, but I just topped the levee with some of that so that it would grow some grass sooner than later. And I cleared out some of the small tallow trees and some debris, so it's kind of open in here where we'll get a little bit of light. So hopefully the ducks can see there's some water in here, and there'll be a little bit of grass that hopefully grows for the crawfish. So you can see we got to thin out the woods. See a few of the tree stumps. I made a couple of piles of brush, and I think this is ready to put some water so we can check how level this whole area is. So let me hop on the excavator and we'll go get the water flowing. All right, so let me see if I can give you some perspective of what I got going on here. If you look way over there, the orange tractor, it's sitting right on top of that culvert that normally the crawfish pond is going to be back here where these trees are. That's where I just came from. So normally all that would drain out to where that pipe is with the orange tractor, and then there's a ditch that comes, it keeps coming, it comes up this field, and then it turns, and you can kind of see it goes right there, and it turns, comes back to me, goes through that culvert you can see there, through this culvert, and I don't know if you can quite pick it up, but I just set up my little pump by my mule, and that's the ditch that is full of the coastal flooding water. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put me a little dam in here with the excavator, and then we're going to pump the water over the dam and make it flow backwards. There's only about 10 inches or 15 inches of drop in this whole ditch. So if I build a 2-foot high little dam right here, I should be able to block off the flow so the water can't flow back around. And whenever we're done filling it up, we'll go put our standpipe in. Back over here by the tractor, that pipe over there, we'll put a standpipe on it once it's full. And then we can break the drainage dam right here, and we should have us some water. You can see I got a little 2-inch pump from Harbor Freight. I actually had a 2-inch and a 3-inch pump previously, but somebody decided they needed them more than me and stole them right out of my barn. So I went and bought a new 2-inch. It does about 160 gallons a minute. So we're gonna set it up pumping out of the ditch right through there. We'll see how it goes. Sure you can hear the pump is running. The dam is in place. Water's flowing through that culvert. Headed towards our crawfish pond. See the water's coming out here. It's been going about 10 minutes now. Water's still going. It's got to go uphill for a good little ways. About the first 500 feet. It's got some gradient to it, then it's pretty flat. Let's see, I still see water here. Looks like the water comes to right about here. No, you probably can't see it, but the ground's really dry, so it's soaking a lot of it up. So it may take a little while to get it going, but once it gets going good, I think hopefully it doesn't suck it up before we can even make it there. But I guess we'll see. So I'll let this run for a couple hours, and I'll come back and check, see where the water level's at. So it's been about 45 minutes. You can see, looks like the water's going, I don't know, about 250, 300 feet. And you see a lot of this where it's just bubbling, where the ground is just so dry, it is just sucking it all up. So it's taking a while just to get the bottom of this ditch wet. You can see the water's flowing pretty good. I mean, at the ground, like I was saying, at the very bottom of a ditch is just totally bone dry. It's hard to believe it's so dry right now, but water is still flowing. Pump normally runs about 6 or 8 hours on a tank of gas, so I'll let it go right at dusk. I'll fill it back up, hit it first thing in the morning, and we'll see if we can't start getting some water into the swamp. So I'm heading out here to refill that pump, and I've got a very curious crowd. They want to know what I'm doing. But I'm gonna get this pump filled up, and then we'll go take a look, see how far the water went last night in that ditch, see if we got close to getting it into the swamp. All right, so you see the pump, dam, hose kind of goes through the dam to hold it in place, and then into that culvert. I don't see any water leaking back through. And we have to make it all the way to, can you even see it? That orange tractor and beyond. So let's ride the ditch and see what we got. See how far it goes. So we got some water here for sure. Oh yeah. I let it run last night with the pump on about half speed. Conserve fuel. Just keep it flow so the ground didn't just suck it all up. Let's see how far she made it. This is the highest point right here, so from here it ought to be kind of downhill. So we made it this far, I think we're going to be in good shape. Oh wow, made it further than I thought. So it looks like we made it all the way to this culvert. I got a fence in my way, but I'll pick you up when I go around this fence. We'll start again right there. All right, so I can see, well, it's probably harder for you guys. Let me get up here. It's still going. Not much, and it looks like it made it for sure at least this far. The bottom was actually wet a little further, so I'm guessing when the pump stopped running, the ground just kind of soaked it up. But you can see really close. We only had, I don't know, it definitely made it this far. Let's see how far it went. Let's see how far the ground is wet. So I'm guessing we'll get this far again quick, since the ground is already kind of saturated. Still goes. Oh, right here. So it looks like we're wet to all the way to right here, which you can see, there's my pipe. So we're gonna head off to church, and we'll be gone a couple hours, and we'll eat lunch at my mama's, and then I'd be shocked if we don't have a little water going into the swamp when we get back from lunch. So anyway, I guess we'll see what happens, but it's a big area. I know I'm not gonna fill it up, but if I can get the ground wet and saturated, at least in the bottom of the ditches and a little bit in the bottom of the swamp, and when we do get some rain, hopefully we can get it to hold some water quick, where we don't have to wait on 4 or 5 inches of rain to get water in it. Next rain, hopefully we got water in it. So I don't know, exciting, we'll see. All right, so you can see we got the water flowing through the pipe. Saw this morning it was right on the other side of the tractor over there, but now I got a good current going through. It's flowing down my ditch, and pretty much everything from here on out looks like it'll be going into the swamp. So you can see the water flowing from my pipe. You can see over there. It's finally making it into the swamp. So I guess that would make it official right there. We actually have water going into the swamp, into the crawfish pond. So I guess we'll see how we can do. I'm gonna keep that pump running throughout the week, and we'll see if we can get a few inches of water in here. I'll keep you guys posted. Take care. See you on the next one.